Hi, welcome back to my channel, Undiscovered Flower, and today I'll be talking about a few books that I've read recently that I've never talked about on my channel or anything like that. Okay, so discovered that phone needs to be on silent. So now the most recent book that I have read is Butterfly in Frost by Sylvia D. Now there is like a book that I wanted to read by her but haven't read as yet. But I will soon read that book. But anyways, I read Butterfly in Frost. It was on a Kindle Unlimited thingy. I'm on Kindle Unlimited, like I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, so I end up reading this because, well, at first I saw it and I was like, okay, so far most stories that I've read with butterflies are amazing for me. Like, I love reading about them. So I was like, okay, maybe this would be a nice one. Most stories that I've read about butterflies usually was thrillers, like mystery and stuff like that, and I've enjoyed them. So like this is different. This is butterfly in romance. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna read it. But that did not prompt me to read it when I had it in my library. What prompted me to read it was that there's this new book that came out yesterday, I think, by Colleen Hoover, her new book Regretting You, and I wanted to read it. So in order to do that, I had to return one book because I already have like 10 books lend already. So like I had to read one book and return it to get Colleen Hoover's book. So since this one was the shortest one, 199 pages, I chose this one. And at first, like, okay, like when I reached like halfway through the book, I was like, I'm not feeling to finish with it. That was only because like it's like it had like this depression phase, and like it was kind of getting to me, like, okay, not getting to me in the sense that okay, I feel like it's too depressing for me. Getting to me in the sense that it was becoming boring. Like the depression was boring to say the least. And then I was like, okay, let me continue because it's not that long to say that you have any excuse to. It's not that long and it's not that horrible. I could push it through this. Right? So I decided I'm continuing reading this. And then when I got down to the ending, it was like, hold on, like, what just happened? Where did this plot twist come out from? Like, what? Like, I was like shocked. I was like, oh my god, no, what is happening? Like, really, what happened? Like, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around like the writing and like how that plot twist end up happening. Like, I was like, okay, you gave us no clue. Well, probably they gave us clue that we would have a plot twist, but like I did all I saw was romance and sex, and I was like, that's it. But like And the thing about it, I did not read any reviews. I did not read what the book was about. So I had no idea there would be a plot twist. Now that is the thing about books. It's sometimes it's great going into a book without knowing what it is about. Other than, okay, you could know what genre it is from, because like you have a preferred genre and stuff like that. But the details, like certain details about the book, if it will have a plot twist, whatever, sometimes it's great to know, not know if there's any of that, because that makes the book so much better, like, to me. But anyways, I end up giving it 5 stars because like that plot twist was everything for me. I was already enjoying the book, the the meeting up part, and the sex part and stuff. So I was like, okay, only one part like I didn't like. So, and plus that twist at the end, I was like, I got to give you 5 stars, like hands down. Like I give a lot of book 5 stars, but doesn't mean that they are my favorite books. Okay, so I have to do a video on my favorite books that I've read this year. Not like 2019 books that are my favorite this year, but books that I've read this year and I've loved. I have to do like a video on that, but so far this one have me. The second book that I've read recently was before that book was On the Come Up. Now I've watched the movie by Angie Thomas, right? The Hate You Give, but I've never read her book, and I've never listened to the audiobook for The Hate You Give. I just watched the movie and that's it. But when I heard that she had a next book on the come up and it was about a rapper, I was a little worried in the sense that not living up to the expectations, but in the sense that, okay, I was going to listen to the audiobook. So okay, would the narrator be able to translate, that rapping style and stuff like that? But then when I started to listen to it, when I started to listen to the audiobook from the get-go, I was hooked. I was like, okay, the narrator has attitude, she has the vibe, rapping skills down and everything like that. And like, I listened to this book in one night. Like, I listened to it straight. I listened to it. Like, it was so good. Like, oh, now I have to put Angie Thomas on my favorites list of authors. Like, I've never had like favorite authors before, but this year like I'm discovering like authors that I really love, and like I'll do a video about that as well. Like authors that never let me down. Now the next book, I think that's the last book. No, I'll do more books. The next book is I Dare You. No, I give this one. Oh, the last book I gave it 5 stars. This one I give it 4 stars. Now this one will be out tomorrow. Well, by the time this video is out, it will be out, right? So let's talk about I Dare You. I went into this book with high expectations because the reviews, I know that there are harsh reviews, but the reviews was pretty good. I know people talking about how nice it is, whatever. And like the surprise element at the end was whatever, like phenomenal. Now, I haven't reached the end of this book, and I don't even know why I gave it 4 stars. But like I feel that once I finish reading this book, I would for sure give it 4 stars. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad book. That's why I gave it 4 stars. But it was not engaging to me. Like the characterization was not there. Like being connected with the characters was not there for me. People might find otherwise, but for me personally, like I kept waiting for something to happen, like for the characters to have this personality. Like the characters had very bland personality. Like you grow up without no personality like that. Like the mystery element and trying to find out who actually did what they did or what happened. Now that part was there. But the characterization, like, it let me down in that aspect. Because, like, I want to fall in love with the characters, and I couldn't fall in love with, those characters, to be honest. I couldn't. No, I Dare You is by Sam Carrington. First time I'm reading a book by him. I don't know if he has any more books. But the characterization from I've read, like I love mystery books. I read them more, probably more than romance. I don't even know at this point which one I read more. But I love mystery books. And this was this wasn't the worst mystery book I've read. The worst mystery book I've read was actually pretty boring. And this one felt a little bit boring in the sense of the characterization. The characters was not engaging me at all. I did not care for the characters. Like I gave a review talking about, that's the first time like I honestly gave a bad review. Not really bad, but I still tried to be nice about it. But like I hate not liking a book, Like I hate having to give, and this one I had to give a review because I requested it for my honest review. Like I hate giving bad reviews. That's all I gotta say. Like this one is about this one is about, now, how to put it, it's about these 2 girls who was best friend, and then one of them went missing because they used to play this game, knick-knack, what ginger, what some kind of game about I know you have ginger. Like my memory is not that well, so I know you have ginger. So basically they go up to someone's front porch, they knock on the door, and then they run off, And was this one man who was a misfit of the community, who was the outcast of the community, and like he was to himself. He had his child taken away from him, whatever, and stuff like that. And he was young, but he looked old, because he was not taking care of himself and whatever. And then one day this girl went missing, and everyone, like, they blamed him. Well, they basically put him in jail for murder, which they haven't found a body. Like, I can't understand how you could put someone in jail for murder. You haven't found a body. You have no, like, all you just have is hearsay. You don't really have, like, valuable proof and evidence to put someone in jail for murder. Like, you don't see no blood, nothing like that. And you put someone in jail for whatever reason and whatever. So basically 30 years later, he's out of jail, and he's basically out for revenge because I like the whole thing about it is that someone lied, and up to now I don't know what they lied about. And if I knew, I can't tell you because that would be a spoiler review. But someone lied, and from the reviews that I've read, they say the reveal at the end is phenomenal. So I will finish this book, but it's gonna take me a little more time. Like tomorrow, I'll see if I could read when it comes out. I'll get the audiobook to see if I could finish read this, and then I'll give an updated version of what I think about the book, basically. So basically, I don't know if I talked about this one. I don't think I did. Now I read a next book, 30 Wishes. Now this one was a short one. It was 76 pages. 30 Wishes by Lane Watson. So basically, this girl, she loves sex. I can relate. I'm wondering, it's so short that I'm wondering how to explain it. So let me just read what this a little description they gave, summary. Listen, I'm just going to come straight out with it. I like sex. I like it a lot. More than I like most things, okay? If you looked into my mind, that's all you'd see. It's a powerful thing. For a long time, it's what made my friends for me. That was up until I had some sort of revelation and realized I didn't want just sex. I wanted something more. I wondered what type of man would sex me like he owned me and still treat me like a princess. That's hard to find. Basically, I don't need to say no more. But there's a point in the book where, okay, she thought she found the person to sex her up the right way, and then treat her like a princess, but she ended up just getting one of those. She just ended up getting the sex up part, but not treating like a princess part. And then in the end, it's a romance, so it's happily ever after. It's a happily ever after romance, basically. So okay, I don't even know what to say else. I don't even know what else to say over this book. And I reviewed it. When I was reviewing it, I had no idea what to say. I just said the most important things. It was steamy, hot, and great. That's all I have to say. So not suitable for under the ages of 18. Let us say viewer discretion right now. After we don't talk about all the sex, we're just giving viewers discretion. But whatever. So that's basically the few books that I've read. I don't want to make this video too long, so basically that's it. So peace. Comment, subscribe, and wait for more videos.